Well, hello everybody, Mr. Mack here. Today I am here to quickly discuss with you what theme is. Now, chances are real good you already know what theme is. You've learned it. And if it's one of those things that's right on the tip of your tongue and you're saying to yourself, that happens to the best of us, you've had it. If you've been up through fifth grade, you've had theme. Theme is very simple. Theme is what the author wants us to get from the story that he or she has written. Theme, I get my card. Theme is the lesson of the story. Some of the most famous stories written thousands of years ago. Aesop was one of those guys. And he wrote it so long ago that even the history on him isn't completely accurate. That's how long ago he lived. But one of the most famous stories, fables he wrote was The Tortoise and the Hare. We all know that. Teachers, we love the lesson learned from The Tortoise and the Hare. You know, the hare and the tortoise had a race. And of course, the hare, being quick and fast, his natural abilities, he knew in his head, he was overconfident that he was going to win the race. So they started at the finish line and the rabbit took off. And of course, the turtle just went turtly slow. Well, in the course of time, you know what happened. The hare stopped and had some lunch. He stopped and had a chat with some friends along the way. He even stopped and had a nap because he knew, as fast as he was, that there was no way a tortoise was going to beat him. So he took, ran some errands and went to the store and maybe got an ice cream cone, I don't know, made out of carrot, who knows. But then he noticed in the distance the finish line and the turtle inches away from it. Well, of course, we know the end of the story. The tortoise won. What is the lesson from that story? The lesson is slow and steady wins the race. That's the lesson. That's the theme of that story. Now, theme can also be subjective. There are certain things that are objective, like, 2 plus 2 is 4, and there are things that are subjective to where your own imagination can play with it a little bit. Now, the tortoise and the hare, the theme is slow and steady wins the race. We know that. That's why teachers love it. When you're taking a test, when you're working on an assignment, when you're doing anything, it doesn't have to just apply to school. Slow and steady wins the race. Take your time and just keep going. Dory in Finding Nemo, what was her song? Just keep going, just keep going. That was slow and steady wins the race. Dory took her time and she just kept on going. But you can also come up with some other themes. Slow and steady wins the race. If you stay focused, you will succeed. Well, that's another theme from The Tortoise and the Hare. If you stay focused, who was focused? The tortoise was focused. Absolutely. Never give up. That's another theme. Theme is all about the lesson. That's all it is. The other famous story, The Boy Who Cried Wolf. This kid, he's up on a hill watching the sheep, decides to play a joke. So he yells down to the village, "Wolf, wolf!" And of course, all the villagers come up armed because they want to protect not only the boy, but the sheep. And they get up there and the boys, "I lied, it was a joke." And the villagers went, They went back down. He did it again. An hour later, "Wolf, wolf!" And the villagers came up. And the villagers, sitting there under a tree, he's laughing to himself, and suddenly a wolf does come. Big old snarly wolf. Might have even been old Mr. Mack. So then he yells, "Wolf, wolf! Wolf, wolf!" And he keeps yelling, but no one comes. Why? Because the kid lied twice. What's the lesson? Don't lie. Don't lie. Lying will cause you to lose trust. Lying will cause you to lose friends. Absolutely. It's all about that. So that's all it is, ladies and gents. An author, in every story they write, they have something they want to convey, something they want to give, their own personal belief. And it's an author's belief. It's an author's belief about life. What is the belief about life that the author is showing us? What's the lesson? That's all theme is. Take care. You're going to do well on these lessons this week, I have no doubt. Just keep in mind what theme is. Theme is all about what is the lesson, and details too. How do you prove it? What in the story tells us that this lesson is important. In the tortoise and the hare, obviously, it's because the hare never gave up. He was slow and steady. He took his time, slow, and he was steady. He never gave up. Slow and steady wins the race. That's it. Take good care. Let me find this button. And have a great week. Bye-bye.